Hello students, I welcome you all to the sixth session of the subject Computer Concepts and C Programming. In the previous session, we learned about overview of C, structure of C program and errors you face while you do programming. So in this session, we will look into some of the important concepts of the basics of C program, which is nothing but the character set and C tokens. So now we shall begin with the C character set. Students, ನಿಮ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಂಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆದಂಥ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಣಮಾಲೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So likewise, C is also a language, right? So C also has got its own varnamale, which means that character set which are there in the C language. Let's see what the C character set consists of. The C character set consists of, first and foremost, the alphabets. Also, letters. What kind of letters? You have two cases of letters. One is the capital and another is the lowercase. And then the next is the numerals or numbers. 0 to 9. And then you have the special symbols. The special symbols are nothing but what you can find in the keyboard apart from the numbers and alphabets. So these are the character set of C program. Andre C program alli idishtu characters na ನಾವು ಈ set of characters na ಮಾತ್ರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂತ. Now if you have understood this, it's a very basic topic, so no need to elaborate on this. Now we'll move on to the next, that is nothing but the C tokens. First, let me write down the definition for C token. C token is nothing but smallest individual unit of C program. How to understand this smallest individual unit? See, take for example a English passage. In English passage, there will be words and there will be punctuation. So, if I ask you or if I tell you what do you mean by the tokens in that English passage, I can say that the words and the punctuation are the tokens. Likewise, the smallest individual units or parts of the C program is called as C tokens. There are altogether 6 C tokens: keywords, identifiers, constants, string, special symbols and operators. Students, you need to concentrate on this topic very much because it is a preferred question in all the question papers. Okay? So how to remember all these things? What you do is, I have written the first alphabets of the C tokens. SICKOS. You just remember SICKOS. S stands for strings, I stands for identifier, C stands for constants, K stands for keywords, O stands for operators and S stands for special symbol. If you remember this SICKOS, then remembering all the 6 keywords will become very easy. It's a short form to remember or memorize. Now, if you have understood this trick, now we'll begin with the first C token, which is nothing but the keywords. Keywords are also called as reserved words. Reservation seat iddange keywords also are called as reserved words. Idanna yaar reserve madidare? These words are reserved by the C compiler itself, which means that there are set of words and these words belongs to C and you can use it, but you cannot use it to name an identifier which is nothing but a function, variable or a constant. So there are altogether 32 keywords in C. So keywords, I can define it in this way. it is nothing but a word with predefined meaning. Meaning, there are some words, that is 32 words, and each of this word has got a predefined meaning. I'll just take few of the examples. All your data types like int, float, double, char are all keywords. Your decision making, looping, while loop, etc. are all examples for keyword. I will not list down all the 32. I'll just taken some examples for your understanding. Int is a word which means that it is an integer. Float is a word which has got a predefined meaning. It is a data type and it is used to refer or to represent a fractional numbers. Double is also a data type which has got a predefined meaning to represent fractional numbers in double precision format. Like that you have the keywords. Now we'll move on to the next token. That is identifiers. Identifier means some words which are used to identify something. What that something? The something are nothing but it can be name of the function, it can be name of the variable, and it can be name of the constant. So identifier refers to name of function, variable, constants or constants. Which means identifier is user defined. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಟೇಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ನೀವು ಇವಾಗ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಬೇಬಿಗೆ ನೇಮಿಂಗ್ ಸೆರೆಮನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ನೇಮಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಬೇಬಿ, ವಿ ಫಾಲೋ ಅ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್? Every person will have a name like first name, then they have a middle name, and then they have a last name. So this is the first rule or a format. Then the name can contain only alphabets, which means ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೇಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಫಾಬೆಟ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಆದರೆ you cannot use numbers in this. So name of a person or a human cannot have numbers. Likewise cannot have symbols. ಯಾರ್ದಾದ್ರೂ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. So when you are giving a name to a baby, so the name has to be in a proper format, proper rules has to be looked into. So this is what the rules and regulation to name a person or a baby. So likewise, when you want to create or when you want to name a function, variable or a constant, you also have to look into or follow certain rules. So we'll just note down what are the rules. Rules for naming an identifier. Very first rule is the first letter should be to be specific, first character should be an alphabet or an underscore symbol. So this is called as underscore symbol. Andre when you want to name an identifier, it should begin with the alphabet or an underscore. Idu bittu bere yavudunu use madangilla. The next one is no special characters or symbols are allowed apart from underscore. Since the first rule says that underscore is allowed, the second rule says that apart from the underscore no other special characters you can use while naming an identifier. The next is no keywords should be used. As I told you, keyword are nothing but reserved words which is reserved by the C compiler. Those words you are not supposed to use while naming an identifier. The next rule is no space is allowed in between words. When you are naming, there should not be a space between two words. You should avoid such kind of things. And there are some other rules, that is nothing but the limit to the length of the characters. Generally, what we all programmers follow is, we follow a maximum of 8 characters long. So that is the another kind of rule or some kind of restrictions we follow. So these are the rules for naming an identifier. I hope you have understood the concept. Identifier nothing but it is a concept that refers to the name of a function, variable or constants, and there are some certain rules you follow while naming an identifier. We have not come across what do you mean by variable, what do you mean by constants. As we are moving further, we will understand what do you mean by function, constants and variable. Functions, although we have discussed in the previous session what do you mean by function because of the modular programming. Now we are going to, in future sessions, we are going to learn what is constants, variable, etc. Next, we will take up the next identifier, next token, which is nothing but the constants. Constant means which is fixed. A value is fixed which do not change during the execution of the program. So anything which is fixed, any value which is fixed, that concept we call it as constant. So there are different types of constants. One is numeric constants. The next one is character constant. Numeric constants are nothing but numbers. So in numbers, generally there are two categories. One is fractional numbers. I can call it as real numbers, and another is integer number, whole numbers. Okay, so integer number I can take example as 123, 120, 10, etc. So whole numbers are all examples for integer constants. Similarly, when we are talking about fractional numbers, these fractional numbers or real numbers can be again of two representation. It can be of mantissa exponent form like 123 E5, or it can be a regular fractional number with decimal point representation, for example 112.05. So these are the examples for fractional or real number constants. One is mantissa exponent form and another is real form, that is decimal notation. So this is what the numeric constant is all about. Now we will see character constant types. Under character constants also we have two categories. One is called as single character constant, another is called as string constant. Single character constant means only one character, andre onde one character irutte. So you use a single code to represent that. So one character ಬರಿತೀರಾ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ enclose ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ single quote. Similarly, string constant is nothing but sequence of characters enclosed in double quotes. So this is enclosed in single quotes. This is enclosed in double quotes. For example, programming. So in case ಅಲ್ಲಿ programming is nothing but sequence of characters and you are surrounding it by double quotation mark. So there is one more difference between single character constant and string character constant. Single character constant can be represented as a ASCII number, which means American Standard Codes of Information Interchange has represented code for each of the character. For example, small a is 97, capital A is 65. So next character B will be 98. Like that, each character will be having a specific code. This single character will be converted into a ASCII character, whereas this string constant will not be converted into a ASCII character. So this is the difference between the single character constant and the string character constant. The syntax for defining a constant is, syntax andre the representation or the rules is constant keyword CONST is the keyword. It's not full CONSTANT, it's just CONST, and then the data type, and then identifier name, and is equal to the value what you want to assign, terminated by a semicolon. I'll take one example. CONST int a is equal to 20. So I am creating a named location called a in the memory, and its value is assigned as 20, and it is given the meaning as constant, which means that this value of a cannot be changed during the course of execution of the program. Students, you need to understand one more thing: whether it is constant or a variable, these are all named locations in the memory. You can consider memory as sequence of blocks, and each block has got a specific size. So it can be 1 byte, it can be 2 byte, it can be 4 byte, etc. How this varies? It varies based on the data type. So ನೀವು ಯಾವ ಡೇಟಾ ಟೈಪ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅದರ ತಕ್ಕಂತೆ ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ಸ್ changes or the allocation of the blocks changes. So in this case, int a equal to 20 means named location. So a integer is a 2 byte in representation. So 2 byte ಅಲ್ಲಿ a ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು first block ಗೆ name ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, then 20 will be stored in this block. Now we'll take the next one, that is strings. Strings, just now we looked into, it is nothing but sequence of characters enclosed within double quotes. So it's also called as array of characters and terminated by a special symbol called /0, which means that end of character. So strings are also one of the token, and you can define strings with the help of character keyword. I'll give you some examples. Character, yes, programming, so yes is a named location and programming is the string that is assigned to the variable called s. You can also do it in this way, initializing P R O G R A M and just use the word program. So in this way also you can initialize a string which is nothing but sequence of characters and terminated by a end of the string special character. So this is all about strings. Now we'll move on to the next one, that is special symbols. Students, when you observe the keyboard, you can find so many kinds of keys. There is alpha keys, there is numeral keys, and there are variety of symbols. So in our C tokens also, we are calling some of the symbols as special symbols because these are symbols with some meaning which is specified by the C compiler. So what are these symbols? You can use these as symbols, which is nothing but parenthesis, which indicates for function, this opening and closing curly bracket, which is used for statement block, quote block, a comma, which is used to join, hash to include the preprocessor directive, star for a pointer, etc. So these are the special symbols which have got some predefined meaning for their usage. Now we are going to see the last one, that is operators. Again, operator is also a kind of symbol, but these symbols are used to perform operations. So operators are symbols to perform operations. What are the kind of operations? It can be arithmetic operations, it can be logical operations. So there are variety of operators over here: plus, minus, star, slash, and etc. Cap symbol, pipe symbol, etc. So pipe symbol, all these are example for operators. So students, in this session we learnt about the C character set as well as the C tokens. In the next session we are going to look into the variables as well as the data types. Thank you.